you, huh?
We have everyone we need now. Let's begin. Most are away on missions of their own. While the large-scale assaults have ceased, there are still a number of skirmishes ongoing. I'll relay any pertinent information discussed here to the relevant parties. And now then, Hawkeye, could you apprise us of your mission thus far?
As you know, I was tracking that Apostle of Lightning. Figured if I could pick up his scent, he might lead me straight to Darmor. But things went sideways in a right hurry. I lost him, Arif got hit, and then my mark showed in Cassian.
Indeed, we were wholly outmaneuvered.
Never figured an important guy like that would slip away on his lonesome to go on the offensive.
Nor did I. But that complacency cost us dearly. We must remain on our toes going forward.
Well, it's not like we've taken it lying down. Once the apostles showed themselves, Nineheart sent me across Grandis to take stock.
Of which areas are now without the ancient god's power? The areas I've marked are those which have been struck. Since Darmor's goal is to claim power, it's unlikely he'd send troops to areas already plundered. Therefore, we can focus our efforts on the remaining regions.
So I went to those places in search of the Flora army, and just yesterday found some suspicious business. Right here. You can bet your bottom Masso on it. Don't know if I'd have stumbled on them if we hadn't narrowed the search area. They're an odd lot, though. You'd hardly guess they were an army at all.
It's as you say. They aren't preparing for another raid like we've grown to expect. Their number remains low, and they seem uncharacteristically inactive. They may be searching for something. It's too early to say, but it does warrant further investigation.
That being said, this land is more or less uncharted territory for us. The High Flora have a chokehold on the center of the continent. Even scouting will be daring.
Their forces deploy from nearby, so they can quickly gain a numbers advantage if we're detected in their sphere of influence. Given that, we should research all we can before sending members in for recon. Anything about the area, frankly. Landmarks, geography, regional culture, history. We won't know what is useful until we put the pieces together. However, if the Flora really are searching for something, we need to determine what it is.
Aye, aye. So, where should we start?
Where adventuring types from across Grandis go to rest and trade information. Hotel Arcus. The Seekers there may already hold the information we're after.
Works for me. Since I'm already on the ground out here, Arcus is just a jaunt away. Guessing the adversary will be joining me, right? The folks there may be more willing to chat if it's with a friendly face.
You'll have to make do on your own, Hawkeye. I have something else in mind for the adversary. Do you happen to remember the message Saren sent us? The very one. Our friend Carlyle in Cernium wants to talk to the adversary about what that message might mean. Evidently, the information is so sensitive, he's requesting you go there yourself.
Then I best go it alone to Arcus for now.
Once you've found some leads, I'll have you pair up. May your mission be fruitful. Adversary! It's good to see you again. My apologies for the less than hospitable meeting place. I would have liked nothing more than to formally invite you to Cernium, but I'm afraid we're beset with problems both within and without. News spread that Cernium survived an Apostle's raid, and in its wake, an endless stream of refugees from across Grandis has poured into the city. Between that, my royal duties, and keeping tabs on the Order, I've been busy, to put it lightly. Yes, although it's only a small clue. That said, I still couldn't risk it being intercepted. Guards, be away. I need to speak to my guest alone. I was quite puzzled by that phrase Saren used, where the world starts again. I've been researching it ever since. However, pour as I might through old books, prophecies, and scriptures, they yielded but one hint, a prayer ascribed to a minor religion. Here's an excerpt. The world shall start again, atop the grave of the gods. Are you not familiar with it? It's a rather famous legend here in Grandis. The ancient gods once lived in accordance to their own laws, which brought about the war that ended their rule. It's said that the flames of the conflict were sparked in a city home to many higher beings, and according to legend, that very place is where a great number of them breathed their last. Thus the moniker, Grave of the Gods. The city was named Tallahart. The truth of anything surrounding that place is murky at best. What is certain, though, is that there was a real city called Tallahart, and its ruins remain, east, beyond the Grandis Desert, near the center of the continent. Well, yes. Why so surprised? I see. It's hard to imagine this a mere coincidence. I'm not so sure, to be honest. I said Tallahart left behind ruins, but while true, it's a bit of an overstatement. If you go to the site of the city, all you'll find is a vast wasteland with a scant few remnants. When I was younger, I trekked through the area and only realized where I was when told so. There are no shortage of looters and seekers who have scoured the area for anything of value. But as far as I'm aware, none have come across any treasure, much less some hidden godly powers. It's led some to question if there were ever any gods there to begin with. They posit Tallahart was just an ancient city destroyed suddenly, by natural means. Sorry, I'm not well versed enough on the subject to elaborate further. However, if Saren's message and the troop movements line up, I'd say it's at least worth a visit. Oh dear, I completely lost track of the time. If you'll excuse me, I must be going. If I learn anything more of Tallahart, I'll see that it reaches you. Of course. Safe travels. Your report, adversary. How did the meeting with Carlyle go?
So that's the adversary, and what I'm feeling must be the world heart. Perhaps this could be the way. It will be dangerous, but I have to try.
I agree with Carlyle. We should investigate this Tallahart. Is something the matter? In any case, you should reconnect with Hawkeye. Arcus is located near the ruins, so it will make a fine enough base for the time being. Now get going, and good luck. I see. It seems we'll have to investigate the ruins of Tallahart ourselves. Since we have access to the gateway, there's no reason to delay.
Huh, best news I've heard all day. So, who all are you sending on this voyage?
I'd hoped to send a squadron, but a large group would be spotted instantly in that region. With the limited information we have, we're best served proceeding as cautiously as we can afford to. Can I count on the two of you to investigate? Rest assured, I'll stage a larger force to move in for backup at a moment's notice.
Playing it close to the chest, eh? Smart. Well, you can count on us, right, adversary?
Very good. My line will remain open, so don't hesitate to call.
It's you and me, matey. Let's shove off. They weren't kidding about it being barren. Nothing but craggy earth and dusty stonework. So can you, I don't know, sense an ancient god power or something here? Is it so? Well, let's get going and see if that changes, eh? Something the matter? Get some sand in your socks? Shiver me timbers! What in the deep is that?
What's going on?
Look, at the base of the cyclone. A city has risen from the ground.
But we searched over there.
Report. Now!
Lieutenant!
The city, Tallahart, has appeared.
Tell me something I don't know. What of the adversary?
They arrived just before the city rose.
My apologies. It all happened so quickly we didn't have a chance to make our report.
Save your excuses. I gave you the simplest task there is, and, against all odds, you bungled even that. And you have the nerve to call yourselves Knights of the Einherjar!
Patience, Veronica.
Captain, sir.
It would seem Limbo only managed to empower the adversary and the World Heart further. I am making for this city. Stick to the plan, Veronica.
Sir, yes, sir. Gather the others. We're going after the adversary.
Yes, ma'am!
So this is the power of the gods.
Blimey, I swear we've been walking for an hour straight. Is that map Carlisle sent worthless or what? No matter how much we trudge, we never get any closer to the city. You think it's like a mirage? Well, if we don't figure something out, the apostles will beat us there.
You're grasping at illusions.
Who are you? And what's this about illusions?
Was I not clear enough? There's an illusory spell which keeps trespassers out of Tallahart. You'll never find your way at this rate. I'm Luce, a seeker, and I have a proposition for you both. Forget you saw that.
Playing seeker today? I'm not about to lecture you for running off, but it's a little too dangerous for kiddos here, I'm afraid.
What? I am not a kid. I'm much older than I look.
Oh, of course, of course. Now, let's get you somewhere safe, sport.
Have you heard nothing I've said? Stay back. First, I want to make sure I have the facts straight. You're the adversary, and you want to go to Tallahart for some reason. However, you can't enter on your own. Is that about right? I do. Let's make a deal. If you escort me, I'll open the way to Tallahart for you.
Hold on, no offense, lass, but I'm having a hard time believing you know the way into a long-lost city.
I've dedicated myself to Tallahart. There's no one, seeker or otherwise, who knows more of its legends than I do. And coincidentally, I am also well-versed in illusory magic, much like the kind in place here.
Uh-huh. Sounds like you could have slipped in whenever you wanted to. So why go now?
Even if I did make it to the city, I wouldn't find what I seek in Tallahart. But that's changed with the recent awakening of the gods across Grandis. So, I've bided my time, waiting for the gods of Tallahart to rise once more. And that day has finally arrived.
You sound less like a treasure hunter and more like a historian. If you know so much and have a way in, what do you need us for?
I wouldn't be able to make it there on my own either. Understand that Tallahart is no mere collection of ruins. Its untimely end came in the ancient war. The gods of Tallahart were masters of the phantasmal, the arts of illusions and phantoms. The city before you is an ancient apparition made manifest, and within it are the souls of gods defeated in the ancient war. Because of this, the nickname Grave of the Gods is somewhat misleading. It is said the flesh of the defeated gods vanished without a trace. Without hosts to inhabit, the immortal souls of the gods lingered. In them burned an unfettered animosity toward those who sealed them away. And now that rage has caused them to take the form of phantoms who wander the grounds of Tallahart.
So, there are angry ghosts, and you need us to get by them.
That's right. In combat, my abilities are good for a little more than misdirection. But I need to get to Tallahart. I must reclaim the sacred treasure there. So please, take me with you.
It's a tall order, little miss.
The phantoms will only grow stronger with time. Not to mention what may happen when the sleeping gods fully awaken.
What do you make of the situation, matey? It reeks like last week's catch to me, but I am keen to net the city's godly powers before the Flora can.
Also, I was going to talk more about this earlier, but
If you want to restore that world heart of yours, there are two ways to do it. One is to defeat a higher being and take their power by force. The other is to swear allegiance to that being and to carry out their will. Do that, and they'll give the power as a payment of sorts.
There's no need for a handshake. Come with me. I'll show you the way. This is the Phantasmal Breach, our path through the illusions.
Ah, that may be the spookiest door I've ever seen. Are those the angry ghosts?
Be careful!
No one can touch us! Ellen! Yeah. Your soul is mine! Huh. Ellen!
If we press on, we should reach the only bridge into Tallahart.
Smooth sailing then. Those ghosts aren't all they were cracked up to be.
Don't underestimate the gods. The closer we get to the city, the more intense their rage will become.
Then don't go running off on your own, lass.
let's get serious.
Well, check that out. Some city, eh? Do you wager it's bigger than Cernium?
What an absurd question. Tallahart was the home of the gods, the greater gods included. Cernium is a tiny backwater by comparison.
Sheesh, you weren't kidding about being devoted to Tallahart. I'd hardly call Cernium tiny, though. Place is a veritable metropolis, if you ask me.
Is that so? I've never been myself. Well, there's no use tarrying. Let's head inside. What?
Maybe you'll be worthy of your title as adversary yet.
I don't understand why they're attacking us. Who are they?
If I'm remembering her file right, that's Veronica, one of Darmore's lackeys.
A lackey? Seems I need to correct the record.
When did you learn that trick?
Wait! The Phantasmal Breach!
So you have my thanks for letting us into Tallahart. You've been a great help. Try me.
We've got to do something! They're going to get to Tallahart first!
Well then let's go already! Guess they aren't gonna make it easy for us. I'll protect the lass! Take 'em out!
Eat it!
What in the blazes? These things won't stay down!
They don't seem to be creatures, just concentrated magic given form.
At this rate, we'll be sunk. Aye, it's our only course.
What?
It's gotta be this way, matey. You're the only one who can keep the Flora's grubby mitts off those god powers.
You're creating an opening so the adversary and I can cross the bridge safely.
What she said. Sail while the waves are kind, friend. I'll be right behind you. I've really gone and done it this time. No backup's gonna find me here. Yep, only one thing left to do. Brawl like the chief knight of lightning should until the briny end.
I'll end you. No one can touch me. I'm strong. I'm strong. You're all I'll end you.
The first altar is just ahead. Wait a moment. Those are phantoms as well. Your presence here has caused the gods' anger to resurface, and along with it, their memories. This is a glimpse of a war waged long ago. It is. A puppet created for the sole purpose of doing away with the gods. Countless higher beings were sealed at the hands of the adversaries. I won't deny that some gods sought to dominate others or sow discord. But many lived peaceful lives, content with the power they had. I'm curious what you think of this as an adversary. About the gods, I mean. I gather you want to protect the gods' powers from the Flora, but is that the truth? It's simply difficult to believe. You're so unlike the adversaries I have heard about. Let's go around. We don't want to get caught up in the fighting here. The altar is at the top of those stairs. There you'll find a brazier kept lit by the god's power. When the flame is snuffed out, the powers within will be set free. Our detour has cost us time. Let's hurry.
Did you really think I'd just let you waltz right in? And what if it is? It's not like you have any hope of stopping it. You're too much. Your ego's already inflated this much, and all it took was besting those loons, Kaling and Limbo. You underestimate the might of the High Flora. Our power is unmatched, both Baldric's and mine.
Oh, no, you don't. You're staying right here. I'm running out of steam. Guess that means it's time for my final maneuver. It's time we walk the plank, you and I. This bridge is going down, and we're all going with it. What the devil?
You have to neutralize their magic or they'll just keep getting back up. Only an idiot would flail at them as long as you did.
Save the name calling, Eileen. Besides, it was Gobe's bullets that dropped them, not your skills.
The teleporter worked, right? Let me know if you're tingly or have any weird bumps later. By the way, are you all right there, Mr. Pirate? If we hadn't shown up when we did, you'd be scrap right about now.
Cut the chatter. Sweep the area and eliminate any stragglers.
You got it.
I hate getting scolded. Anyway, I'll see you later.
Fall in behind and maintain formation. Move out.
Are you from the Maple Alliance?
What? Who are you guys?
That's on a need-to-know basis. Now tell me, where is the adversary?
This isn't fair. You're this strong already? And all it took was the God Sphere and power of higher beings? I've trained for years, honed my magic, only to be kicked aside like trash on the street. If I'd only been granted a crystal, then... No, I don't need it. I'll defeat you here and... No! Baldrix! I can still
What was that? Did she flee?
Stand your ground! Eat it!
Indeed. The flames blaze with the power of the gods. The flame must be extinguished. As you might have guessed, no amount of water will do the job. Instead, you must snuff out the godly power with your own. Luckily for us, you adversaries have a proven history of exactly that.
At last. Well met, adversary. However, I cannot say the same of the dame beside you.
What an overwhelming magical aura.
Presenting myself in person was worth the effort after all. I am Baldrix, Captain of the Knights of the Einherjar, and an apostle of His Majesty Jaren Darmor.
Still intact, but something's wrong.
By divine right, the powers of the gods belong to His Majesty. So you say. see. It's come this far already. The power is indeed growing. In that case, I'll leave you to your folly.
Are you okay? What was that? Did you absorb the godly power from the brazier? You can do that? I'm afraid there's no saving you now. The wrath of the gods will surely fall upon you. The best you can hope for is a painless death.
Puppets of the overseers, without a single thought of your own. Try as you might, your blades will prove useless. You will fall before me and become the foundation from which the world will start again.
I'm strong. This is finished. Face judgment.
I can feel that the seal is still in place. I doubt the enemy came this way. You'll be able to release it using the same method as you did with the last.
Who said you could scoop up all that power for yourself?
Are they part of the Flora army too?
If you'd pipe down, we'd have a chance to explain.
You'll have to forgive us. We have a short-fused ally of our own.
Excuse you.
We meet again, adversary. Enough of that, though. Let's make this official. We are the Primacy, the warriors who will free Grandis from Darmor's clutches. I am its leader, Iker.
But you're all ordinary humans, aren't you? How could you hope to overcome the transcendent of life?
That's for us to know. And Darmor to find out the hard way.
I'll cut straight to the point. Let's form a contract. A simple exchange, hand over a portion of the god's powers, and we will fight the Flora army for you. And don't try to play dumb. We know you've already got some of that power with you.
The rather curious associate we mentioned. As for how we knew to come here, we've long had this place in our sights. When it lit up today in a plume of magical energy, we hurried over to find the city sprung back to life.
When we did, we realized some people had gotten here first. You and the Flora.
Enough. Don't reveal more than you have to. That said, we know Baldrix is here to obtain the god's powers as well. We have a way of neutralizing his soldiers, while you do not.
Let's just say this isn't our first run-in with him, but we can fight back this time. We'll win and nab those god powers for ourselves.
The power of the gods are not some bargaining chip to be bandied about.
Seriously, what is this brat doing here? Hey kid, go curl up in a corner and wait for this to be over.
We're getting off track. Captain, it seems we need to explain further. Ask what is on your mind, adversary.
To make a weapon. One that can defeat the Flora.
I see that look. You don't think we can do it. Forget this. We don't have time for these people. We'll manage on our own, just like we always have. Gotta admit, I'm curious. They say you took down not one, but 2 apostles. I have a hard time believing it. You'd have to be some kind of freak to pull that off. How about I see what you've got for myself?
Eileen, would you please stop derailing us? Now is hardly the time for sparring. Captain, say something.
The decision is yours, adversary. Choose wisely.
Whew, sorry I'm late. It took a while getting Mr. Pirate here set up with a teleporter. What's with the grouchy faces?
You look like you've just seen a ghost. Don't worry. It'll take more than a couple beasties to sink old Hawkeye.
What's the deal, Kelly? Why'd you send this guy here?
We need all the manpower we can get if we want to beat that apostle.
I'm gathering that you talk when keel up after all. Guess I shouldn't be surprised considering all the power on the line.
Making a weapon out of the god's power is just wrong. A complete affront.
Understandable, yet regrettable.
We'll get the powers by other means then. Consider the offer rescinded.
Hold on there, matey. The techie last filled me in. You're after a weapon, yeah? If all you need is something strong enough to beat the Flora, the Maple Alliance has exactly what you need.
Say what?
Really? What is it? A mega strong energy cannon? A huge battleship? Can I see it? Can I?
But of course, the weapon you're after is right here. May I present the Maple Alliance's greatest weapon, the adversary. While we can't hand over the god's power directly, our friend here has absorbed a whole lot of it. They'll wield that power on your behalf, attacking the Flora's bases, or fighting an apostle, whatever you need. Don't worry now. I wouldn't be offering if the voyage wasn't worth the riches. I saw it back on the bridge. Those primacy folks can take out the apostles' regenerating creeps. Let's cut a basic deal, then get to work here. Let Nineheart hash out the details with them later.
Having a proven weapon certainly has its advantages. We may not get more second chances in the future.
I don't like this one bit.
I mean, they seem like good people to me, and I think Gob would agree.
We don't trust you, and you don't trust us. What will bind our agreement in the place of trust?
Oh! Look alive, crew!
We've let our guards down.
Phantoms!
Into formation, ASAP!
Well, blow me down! You wiped out that behemoth in no time flat.
The Phantoms will only grow more powerful from here.
With performance like that, calling them a weapon seems rather fitting.
Perhaps so.
Dang.
Seeing is believing, I guess.
It seems we're in alignment now. We will make use of your power. Call it what you will. For the remainder of this mission, we will defend you while you capture the godly powers here. Kofti, Eileen, scout the ruins. Kelly, transport the injured back to base.
Sir, yes, sir.
If you turn on us, I won't hold back next time. Just saying.
Call me if you need anything.
I'll see you to your destination myself.
All's well that ends well.
Trying to weaponize the gods is so... Just what do they take gods to be?
What has you so paralyzed? The overseers?
It shames us to say so, but yes, we are strangers to death. When the proverbial bell tolled and our time was nearly at hand, the terror we felt was unfathomable.
Noctis, this is a war we are destined to lose.
How do you figure? Death should fear me. So long as this power courses through my body, I will never die. And any who threaten me or my sister will meet their inevitable ends. Remember that well.
Yes, so long as you have that power, you will never die.
But what will become of us?
Sister, I worry the other gods are beginning to fear you. I've heard the whispers. They think even stronger adversaries will come because of you.
Let them say what they will. Pay it no mind. I will not die, and neither will you. The Overseers cower at what they cannot understand. They can send all the puppets they desire. Blades without a cause to guide them will never reach us. Isn't that right, adversary?
What happened?
The seal is gone. The adversary absorbed the god's powers.
So it's true.
Are you all right? After you took out the world art, it was like you sold it up and left your body behind.
Oh, please recount it from the beginning, and don't omit a single detail.
They've acted as expected.
I don't understand, Baldrix. Why are you letting the adversary get stronger?
Do you fear them, Lieutenant? You should know better than to underestimate His Majesty's plans. All will become clear in due time. For now, you are to follow my orders as a knight of the Einherjar.
Understood. I apologize for my presumptiveness.
Very good. Now then, I must go to receive the adversary. Return to your duties.
This is utterly ridiculous.
No one can touch us!
Here's the situation. They've got the seal under heavy surveillance. Instead of marching into their trap, I'll charge in to catch them off guard.
If all they wanted was to stop us, wouldn't they have just attacked a long time ago? Something else must be brewing. Going in guns blazing now seems foolhardy.
A word of advice, adversary. Choose wiser counsel next time.
What did you say? Oh, I've learned to let Nineheart's lip fly, but you haven't earned that.
Eileen, Kofti, come in. Status report.
The Flora ambushed us!
Stay on guard. The troops here are merely a detachment of the main force that's headed your way.
What?
Did you really think you could outmaneuver me? Spreading too thin will be your last mistake.
They were waiting for us to split up.
Come in. Are you all right over there?
Not to worry. Only a few hostiles remain.
We're a little banged up, but we'll be there soon.
Copy that. Adversary, I'll hold this area. Press ahead to the altar.
Aye, don't go trying to hog all the glory now. You're lucky you brought the Chief Knight of Lightning along, adversary. Eckert wouldn't make two last stands for you like this. Lucy, stop spacing out and follow him.
Huh? Oh, of course.
Good luck.
I'll uphold my end of the contract.
Right.
We'll have to cover for each other, pirate. Our foes cannot be taken lightly.
Let's get this over with.
Why are you all still waiting around? Destroy them!
Hey, earlier you said winning was meaningless unless you could protect things. You being the one to say that just seems so strange to me. I mean, you're an adversary. Adversaries in the past didn't fight for any particular reason. It was just what they were created to do. Why are you so different from them? Whatever it is, you're definitely different. Maybe we're lucky that it's you who became a new adversary. Anyway, thank you for humoring me. Let's take care of the last seal. I'm glad it was you who ended up with those powers, but I'm sorry. I must take back my treasure!
At last, we will have safety.
Noctis surrendered, then?
Yes. She agreed to the covenant on the term that her sister will not be harmed. The covenant is absolute. Even the great Noctis will not be able to break it.
Then we can be rid of the adversaries as well.
Indeed. We must wipe them out before Noctis runs out of power to draw from.
To stoop as low as taking my beloved sister hostage. How foul a god's jealousy can be.
Silence! Unabated, your overconfidence would drive Tallahart to ruin.
This is for the best.
Sis, I'll be okay. Please don't let them kill you.
They only seek my power, draw upon it as they might. As long as a moat remains, so too will my spirit.
But...
Enough talk. Begin the transfer, Noctis.
You remember the terms of our agreement, yes?
Of course. However, your sister will never set foot in Tallahart again.
Sis!
What treachery is this? I only agreed on the condition you would not harm her!
And we won't.
But our terms said nothing against stripping Luce's power and banishing her from our fair city. What becomes of her outside falls to chance and the Godsphere bearers.
You despicable wretches! On my name as the goddess of Tallahart, you will pay for this transgression!
I'm so sorry. This is all my fault.
No, I should have realized. Just remember this. No matter how far apart we stray, our hearts will always be connected. No matter how long it takes. Someday, we will be together again. Wait for me, Luce.
I swear I will free you. You will always be my treasure, Noctis.
Now be gone!
Soon you will rue the day you crossed me, gods of Tallahart. Do to me whatever you may. You will know my curse. Of that I assure you.
And so, we betrayed Noctis to siphon her power. We'd yearned after it as much as we'd feared it. Empowered anew, we believed ourselves unstoppable, but her power was far too great for us to control. One by one, her shadows took us.
Not bad for a bunch of whelps of a lesser race.
The Knights of the Iron Edge are sure are something.
You do well not to underestimate us.
Told you we'd be here soon.
The game is set.
You're out of troops! Just hoist the white flag already!
You really think this is the end?
That sound! They got the last seal!
There are no powers left to be had here. Where is Baldrix?
Your orders are as follows. Remain on standby and observe our foes. When the time is right, move in and make it seem that you are making an all-out attack.
If I may ask, what's the purpose of this deception?
To keep their forces separated. Only the girl and the adversary can reach the final seal. Do not let this opportunity go to waste, Lieutenant.
I'm done acting.
She's charging energy.
Watch out!
I'm alive?
Was that?
That was a close one. Good thing I hooked Hawkeye up with that teleporter earlier.
Did you have to wait until the very last second?
We're in no position to complain. Thank you, Kelly.
The High Flora escaped.
I'd call that a win. We held her off and the adversary got the god's powers. Let's head over to the altar.
Thanks to the adversary, your strength is finally returning. I never suspected they could absorb our powers, but I suppose that's not important now. Once you're back, Noctis, everything will be okay.
Just as I surmised.
What? But this place is hidden.
I knew you would lead me here. When we met at the first seal, I felt something odd. The god seal was no simple spell. It was as if a multitude of gods within the seal were all fighting to keep one contained. And that one god's energy reminded me of something. You, and what you've been hiding.
That can't be. A mere mortal like you shouldn't be able to sense that.
Perhaps. But I'm no mere mortal. Not anymore. How many gods do you suppose I've encountered thus far?
No way.
Tell me, why do you struggle so?
To revive someone precious to me.
Oh, a sorry answer for a sorry goddess.
It's you. The Apostle took what remained of my powers. I don't have much time left. I imagine you saw it in the vision. That my sister is Noctis, the great goddess of Tallahart, and how we were betrayed by the other gods. Yes, but I failed to save her. Adversary, I have a selfish condition to add to our deal. Protect my sister from the Apostle. And please don't absorb her power. When we first met, I assumed you were just like the adversaries from my time. But you proved that you're different. And that I can trust you. I know it's a lot to ask, but please see our deal through to the end. Save Noctis, my treasure.
Lucy.
Hey, are you okay?
It seems Baldric's headed down from here.
We're unstoppable! Eat it!
It's time.
We meet again, Baldrix. This time, I'm going to shoot that stupid helmet right off.
This fight will not end the same as the last.
Today, we'll avenge our fallen comrades.
It's much too noisy with this crowd around. Come with me, adversary.
How many of these things does he have?
I don't know, but it means we cannot provide support.
Why does this keep happening? Well, you know the drill, adversary. We'll hold down the fort here.
Are we really so insignificant to him? Get moving, adversary.
Quite a sight, isn't it? Truly a seal befitting of a goddess. Had the gods made proper use of their gifts, none would find themselves in such a state. See for yourself. With powers like these, one could scarcely call her a goddess. I've no use for such a trivial thing. Take it. Let that rage fester. Anger is the whetstone by which true power is honed. Draw from the deepest wells of your strength and place your life on the line against mine.
Eat it!
What incredible might. You've become quite attuned to the world heart. A splendid display. It's been a long time since I was last brought this near to death. Allow me to repay a duel well fought. Soon, His Majesty will order a great culling to take place. Only the worthy will survive. People like you, perhaps. However, the final judgment will be our Lord Jaren Darmore's to cast. For one so skilled in combat, you're surprisingly dim. You hardly have the time to be paying mind to me right now. And with that, I take my leave. Let our next duel be our last.
You all right, matey?
You look no worse for wear.
Did you get the goddess's power back?
There's no time for this. Look.
For allowing me to seek my vengeance. Thank you. In return, I shall grant you eternal rest.
Did it work?
Nothing happened.
This feeling must be.
What was that?
Kofti? Where are you?
Stay alert,
Adversary, wielder of the world heart, you've collected the power of Tallahart's gods and that of my sister. Your crystal is a transgression against all that I stand for. I care not for your excuses. By my name of Noctis, great goddess of Tallahart and master of the phantasmal, you shall meet your end. This can't be. I'm. What cruel jest is this? I lost. Use the Godsphere to take my life. Those are our destined roles. Yours as the adversary, and mine as a defeated god. An adversary creating their own destiny. How interesting. When we were fighting, I heard whispers of Lucé's voice coming from you. Come to me. I will see the truth for myself. So, you retrieved Lucé from that fiend. I'm afraid not. Her physical form is no more. Having her power alone is not enough. Because Lucé and I are twins, there may be a way. Let's make a deal. You may take my power. In return, give me Lucé and leave my body intact. There will be no vengeance. I am undeserving of it, and the powers I wielded. I never feared my might. That mistake led Tallahart down a road to ruin, and cost me my beloved sister. And so, I beg of you, accept my bid, adversary. Thank you. I've given you my power, as well as that of Tallahart's remaining gods. In due course, the phantoms around the city will dissipate. It will stay as it is for some time. The power that raised it remains, albeit now with a different owner. All I want is to live with Lucé alongside me. We will meet again, when the destinies we create next intersect. And perhaps the world will start again through you. Do not let death take you before your time, adversary of a new age.
Darn, locked out again.
This is the gods' doing.
Can't you do some fancy techie thing to get through, Kelly?
I asked Gob already, and he said nothing will work. Why don't we just wait for the adversary?
Something's coming.
Oi!
Where'd you come from?
Mission accomplished, it seems.
To dispatch an apostle and quell an ancient god one after another. Our intel didn't do you justice.
You okay? You hurt anywhere? Oh, what happened in there? So that's how it went. Well, in the end, we finished what we set out for. What are you primacy folks gonna do?
We'll consider our goal met as well. As long as our missions overlap, I'm sure we'll meet again soon. And when we do, I expect you'll remember our contract. Kelly, transport us to the base.
10-4. See you later, Alliance people.
Things didn't work out this time, but the gods' powers will be ours. Don't forget it.
Till next we meet.
Those guys are serious business. Should probably follow their lead and head back ourselves. I'm gonna have a right time trying to fit all this into a report. I wonder what Nine-Night's gonna chew me out for this time. We'll speak of the devil.
Are you two all right? All in all, this was an immensely successful venture for the Alliance. Not only did you secure a considerable supply of the gods' power, you made contact with the primacy. Both should prove invaluable assets in the battle to come. However, I have my fair share of concerns. Namely, that apostle. Well, more accurately, the actions of Baldrix and his subordinate Veronica. By your accounts, it seems as if they came to Tallahart to claim the gods' power. But something happened that caused them to change their plans. Possibly, but without more evidence, it is difficult to say for certain. Next, there's the great culling you mentioned. I can't begin to grasp what they're aiming to accomplish. Whatever it may be, we need to proceed with the utmost caution. And lastly, am I to understand that you gave away a god's power to this Noctis individual? Don't misunderstand me, adversary. I believe you made the right decision. However, keep in mind that any choice you make could decide the fate of everyone in the Alliance. Thank you for confirming the contents of Hawkeye's report. You've been quite busy as of late, so I will let you go. We'll gather all the members of the Alliance to meet again soon. But until then, rest well.
How can you be satisfied with this mission, Baldrix? You lost all of the godly powers!
Quiet, Veronica. Mind your surroundings.
Your Divine Majesty! Please forgive my disrespect.
I've confirmed the condition of the vessel. It's more stable than we'd anticipated. Once the World Heart is complete, it will be possible.
Well done, Baldrix. Now, begin the call.
By your will. I've told you before, haven't I? Follow the plan.
Of course. Always trust in the God King.